Criticisms from the public regarding the airport and cruise ship pier extension projects will be heard, but won't stop the projects from taking place. During Monday evening's episode of NDP Radio, Deputy Premier Dr. Kedrick Pickering, in response to a question posed by host Eileen Parsons about why the projects seem to be receiving so much criticism, stated that at this point in time, criticisms are not going to stop the projects.
I think I've said it publicly, and I don't mind repeating myself. In terms of the airport development, a decision has been made to proceed with the airport. It's not a question of if we're doing the airport, we're doing the airport. But we're going through the process in a meticulous fashion to ensure that when we are at the point where we are ready to proceed, that we have incorporated the best practices that are available for us at this point in time, and to ensure that we mitigate against the negative factors. But, I expect criticisms, I expect objections, I expect all of those things. And the more, we listen to them, and we're going to incorporate best practices. We're not going to ignore people's criticism just to ignore them. We're going to take them into consideration. But I don't think anybody should be fooled that at this point in time, any objections or negative criticism will stop the project. And I think also the same thing applies to the port project. There are some issues, and the government has done the wise thing: take a step back, listen to the complaints, look at the process, and try to ensure that as we move forward, we take into considerations the suggestions, objections, and again to incorporate best practices. It is important to understand and appreciate that the country has to move forward, and we are either in the game or we are not.
Plans to extend both the runway at the Terence B. Lettsome International Airport and the cruise ship pier to boost tourism and improve air access received some criticisms when they were presented to the public earlier this year. Concerns were raised about dredging for both projects, which some felt would pose severe environmental hazards. However, Minister Pickering stated in the House of Assembly on September 3rd that he had observed contemporary and environmentally friendly airport extension designs in Europe. The minister already met with the 5 pre-qualified companies for the airport project at the end of August.
As the minister responsible for this subject, I met with the pre-qualified companies on Friday, August 31st, 2012 at the Central Administration Complex. In the first request for proposal conditioning meeting, where I stressed the importance of this project being completed on time, on budget, with the greatest wow factor and the highest degree of integrity. Wow. After this meeting, the groups together were given a tour of the Terence B. Lettsome International Airport by the chairman of the board of the British Wilderness Airport Authority, Mr. Glenn Harrigan, and the project manager, Mr. Winston Wilson. Madam Speaker, it is our hope that by the end of 2012, we will be complete all of the negotiations, including presentations to caucus and cabinet, after which a decision can be made to appoint a lead contractor or consortium leader and then move the construction stage forward in January 2013.
Meanwhile, there has been no word on the tender process for the development of the cruise ship pier. Government ceased their plans to develop the pier under a $75 million investment from US-based developers Idea, and on August 1st announced that they were tendering the project. Deadlines for the submission of proposals was August 28th. JTV News made several attempts to find out how many bids were presented to the ministry for the pier project, but no confirmation has been received to date.